Hi, very good afternoon to all of you. Today we are going to discuss the question here. And this is an advantage, disadvantage question here. And one side we can say this is an opinion question. More and more students are choosing to study at colleges and universities in a foreign country. Do the benefits of studying abroad outweigh the drawbacks? So we have the statement of the question goes like this. An increasing number of students are choosing to study at colleges and universities in a foreign country. And this is a fact, you cannot deny that. So based on this fact, you are asked to give your own opinion whether the benefits of overseas education outweigh the disadvantages. Question is very simple, and this is very frequently asked in our examinations. I have seen this around 5 to 6 times, the previous exam questions. So this is a question which is asked very frequently in the computer-based test as well as the pen and paper test. It is a fact that the number of overseas students is increasing each year, aspiring for better perspective. It has to be understood that studying abroad has immense advantages. However, one should not neglect the hardship behind it. So we have 2 sentences here in the introduction. The first sentence is addressing the question itself, the statement part of the question itself. The number of overseas students is increasing each year, aspiring for better perspective. Now we need to understand that studying abroad has immense advantages. However, we have to say that it has immense advantages. So once we have said it has immense advantages, we need to prove this in the body paragraphs. Now we have a second part here in the introduction, the last part. However, one should not neglect the hardship behind this. So what we have highlighted in yellow and what we have highlighted in the blue, as said is to be explained in the body paragraphs. The cardinal advantage of doing a student program abroad is the higher standards of education the student receives. So what is the main advantage? What is the most critical advantage, the crucial advantage of doing a student program? And this is the higher standard of education. It should be presented in the first line, in the first sentence. So this is what we have said. I am highlighting it in the blue. The first paragraph, what we are going to prove is that the higher standard of education the student receives. Now, we have said most reputed foreign universities offer courses which guarantee global standards of education. And we have seen the examples of Oxford and Cambridge there. So that's the way there, that both Oxford and Cambridge has its own value. The courses offered there has its own value. So this is what we have said in the first paragraph. The second paragraph is that another advantage what we can see is that it offers better career opportunities. So what we have seen here is the better career opportunities, and this is the core of the second paragraph, and that is explained. So what types of career opportunities it gives? To be clearer, one of the main reasons why a lot of foreign students go to the USA and Canada is that universities that offer a wide range of career-oriented courses. And this guarantees the student a genuine job once they successfully completes his course. So this 2 things, we have not said anything expanded. We have said things in brief. We have said adequately 2 sentences in the introduction, 3 sentences in first paragraph, and 2 sentences in the second paragraph. Now, let's go with the opposite side here. What we can see with the opposite side is that on the flip side, we have the other side. The trend has some challenges, and one such challenge is the huge financial obligation. We have said that there are challenges, and one such challenge is the huge financial obligation. That's the negative thing here. So we are going to prove what type of financial obligation he or she is going to face there. To explain it further, if a foreign student fails to clear his semesters on time, he's at great risk. This is because of the expenses rendered by an overseas student is much higher than a native student. When you compare to a native student, the expense is very high. In short, unless and until an overseas student survives in his academics, he obviously suffers severe financial loss. So this is this is a negative thing. So we have said two positive things and one negative thing. We have not said many things here. We have trimmed the paragraphs. We have not said more. See, we have the maximum sentences we added in the first paragraph is 3. Second paragraph is 2. The third paragraph is again 3. But in these limited number of sentences, we have said the matter. The matter is very clear. It's understood, well understood. And let's go with the conclusion. To conclude, though some serious sorts of stress accompany an overseas student, he or she might have some stress and anxiety. And if he has successful in his academics, it's definitely bring his enormous success. So provided that means if he is successful in his academics, unless and until he is not successful, he has to suffer. But if he is successful, it brings him a bright future. And this is what is the end of the explanation here. Thank you, one and all.